Yo, 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 what's good, man? Y'all come on in, man. Let's have some fun, man. We had a victory Monday this week, so it's terrific Tuesday, man. So y'all come on in and join us.
Telling you,
We finna talk Jets and Falcons because we got you, man. Uh this
it's
gonna
that
this
time.
gonna to me. I'm beat my head about this one because I know it should be an easy game, but I know
Hmm.
Aaron Glenn a damn good coach and he gonna have them boys ready to go. Cause trust
That's true.
me, them boys been fighting. That record don't show it, but trust me, they've been putting in work. But we got a former New York Jets slash Atlanta Falcons, but he an ATL now. He's been here 20 years, so he's certified, man. Our boy
Facts.
John Abraham had to stop through the talk with us, man. I had to hit him up because he's one of the absolute best. Hey, what's going on, man? Tell the
So
people what's
yeah,
up.
chilling as always. Happy to be on the show again. You know, Smitty don't really talk to me like that. He used to. He just like
Oh,
he know I'm in his pocket now. He know he just make a call now. Like before he'd be like, hey, what up? Hey, now he like, hey, what up, boy? Yeah, come on. All right. See,
so they
got
know
me.
you
How you
personally.
how you gonna
Yeah,
call me out like that, man? It's always all love, though, man. It's always all
family
love,
don't
man.
never call when they family don't call you.
Hey, man, I check on you all the time, man. Come on,
Yeah,
show me
bro.
some love, man.
You know
Yeah,
what this.
man. But yeah, it's gonna be a great one, man. I feel like this gonna be one of those underrated games of the week because the Falcons and the Jets, Jets gonna fight hard in the way the Falcons defense is playing. This is why I think our Falcons gonna break it home. But Chris, you had a question that you had to ask, man, and gonna throw it out there before we start, man.
Yeah, of course, of course, of course. Shout out to everybody. Y'all come on in here for this conversation. But yeah, I just wanted to ask a question, and can you just explain the process? For the people in the chat, for those who just don't know, like how the NFL process goes. When you were with the Jets and you knew it was coming to an end with that organization, of course, just explain that process, that transition from the Jets to the Falcons.
Well, I guess for me it was a little different. You know, there are so many ways. You know, people can get cut, people can get traded, people get released and sign with another team. So I was actually franchised, and they could have franchised me 2 more years. Back in the day, you can franchise somebody 3 years, give them like the top five at their position, give
Right.
them the money, whatever that is. So I was franchised, and for me personally, I was ready to be done with football because people don't understand the mental aspect of not really wanting to be in a place, not because you don't want to play ball no more, but it's just like the mental impact when it comes to worrying about money, worrying about this, worrying about this person likes me, just doing way too much mentally. So for me, it was a lot of teams though. I ain't gonna lie. It felt like when I was in college and I got recruited to go to South Carolina. Like I kind of got recruited, but only took like 2 visits. So when I got recruited this time, I said I'm taking every visit. So I went to like DC, I went to Seattle. I was supposed to go to Oakland, but when I was in Seattle, they advised me that Atlanta wanted, and I was like, "Oh, Atlanta wants it." I said, "Oh, y'all got to make that happen." I said, "Don't even think twice about any other team." Like I kind of cut everybody else off. Like when they said
Wow.
Atlanta,
Lovely.
I'm from South Carolina. At the time, y'all
Short
had Brady.
drive.
Yeah, y'all had Brady Smith, and I think he had just retired. And they were
Yep.
like, and I was thinking about playing with Patrick Kerney, playing with Mike Vick. I want to be a part of that era. I think if situations happen. If situations didn't happen, I think I would have held up a ring. And I just felt like I wanted to do something special for Atlanta. I just felt like that was my home, and I felt like where I was going, we was going to get a lot of exposure. So it was going to be great here in Atlanta. So for me, that's kind of how it happened. And I can thank the Jets personally for letting me choose the team that I wanted to get traded to. Because sometimes they
Mhm.
can force a trade, they can just send you anywhere they want to. But
Yeah.
they
Facts.
they let me like look around. They let me see what I wanted. Talk to my agent. So a lot of people don't get that opportunity sometimes. But I give the Jets a lot of respect for that. You know, Tannenbaum. All these people that at one point I'm not saying I hated anybody, but when you break up with somebody, you're gonna have a little dislike for a little while. But
Facts.
I love Jets now. I'm excited to see what Aaron Glenn is gonna do. What exactly what you're talking about? With the major changes they made, we just saw how these people got traded during the season. Like for me,
Right.
I don't know if I could handle it as well as they did, but I would have. But like not knowing where you're going, like bam, bam, you're going here. That's a big transition. So right now they're just trying to like pretty much getting like where am I going to stay? Where am I going to do? Then most stuff you got to wait till the off season to get done. So that's going to be a real hassle. But going to Dallas, I know Williams is so happy. Boy, that money going to look so good. Now, them checks going from New York to now you in Texas with
no state tax.
Yeah, but
the boy gonna have a big old house. Boy.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
No fans in Dallas different, boy.
I've heard, and I see them in Atlanta. Yes. But right quick, man. Finals list came out today, and still no aid. I'm kind of disappointed because as I look at Terrell Suggs, he's a damn good player, one of the best edge rushers ever. And I look at Robert Mathis, your number is right in line with those guys, man. Indeed. Tell us what's going on, man, and look, tell us what we got to do to get you on that ballot, man.
Man, I don't think it's going to happen. I'm kind of okay with it now. I think this will ruin a lot of people's not careers as a football player, but after the fact, if you sit there and harp on it and you know it's not going to happen, there's no point. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like sometimes you wish you could just like you don't. I'm not going to, but I can see why people take their names off the ballot. They like just take my name off because it's every year. Like I'd rather just you know what I mean. Like you should just have a set people. You going, you're not. Just like tell somebody like. You might be here 10 years from now, but right now we can't do it. But just keep doing this. It's absurd. I mean, like I've been done since 2014. It's been 11 years, and like you said, the numbers. Like y'all need to have a criteria. They have a criteria. I didn't get a Player of the Year. I understand that. I didn't lead the league in sacks, and I didn't win a Super Bowl. All this stuff that they really harp on, and I get it. So I'm not tripping, but my numbers do match. Like. I think Rob is the all-time forced fumble guy. I'm number 3.
Yeah, 2. Yeah, he is.
Like 3 right there, and I got more sacks than Robert and Dwight. So it's a little weird, but they played with Peyton Manning, and they played well. Like, they're 2 great players. So people always feel like I'm just trying to be rude or something like, oh, you think you're better than them? No. And I've said this before. I don't think I'm better than them, but. If we're going by numbers, it's kind of like hard to say that guy didn't do the same thing. And plus, I missed 40 games in my career. So you saying he got Hall of Fame numbers with being hurt? Like, come on now. Like,
yeah, those 40 games you played, you up there with Reggie White and Lawrence Taylor and those guys.
So it is what it is, man. I enjoyed the game, and I just got to keep it like that. I just got to find out what my new it is because this ain't it.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, man, you got your new it, man. You in the media now.
Yeah,
you're doing your thing with the newscast, NFL Network, whatever, whoever gets the interview now. Water boys, everybody, man. So you done found your calling, man. So just gotta latch on and see, where you land. Yeah. Hey, you already know. If you want, support, we here.
No question.
But hey, man, that's enough of that. He said what he had to say. Let's get into this game, man, because this is gonna be interesting, man. What we gonna do? We're going to start it off with the offense and how we feel like, the Falcons offense is going to be against the Jets defense. And we're going to let Chris start it off, and then he's going to pass it to me, and then we're going to let John talk about the Jets defense because he's the defensive guy. Okay. Go ahead, Chris.
Well, it's a different quarterback, and we've seen some different things in that Saints game, did we not? My goodness. So I expect, Kirk Cousins – with his experience going out there, controlling the offense, it's going to be high percentage throws, rhythm throws, and obviously we're going to throw the ball deep because you've seen that pass to Darnell Mooney, somebody who actually looked way better with Kirk Cousins. Maybe he's more acclimated to the offense, but Mooney did have nearly 1,000 yards last year. So I take that in consideration of just that familiarity, and I'm expecting it to be there again. Now, just like Smitty's been saying, Aaron Glenn's going to have that defense going, but this Falcon defense can still take advantage of the Jets through the air. But who am I kidding? It definitely has to start with the run. Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algier. I love how the Falcons have split up the carries, 12 for Tyler, 14 for Bijan last week. That is a recipe for success because normally when the Falcons are throwing the ball and over 30 attempts, it's normally a recipe for a loss. So, but the Falcons can reintroduce that play action, use it more often, keep the Jets, have them to respect the run first, and then they can start mixing in different things with Kirk Cousins and keeping these Jets off balance, really. So my thing is just, just keep it simple. It'd be lovely if we have Drake London. That is going to be a definitely big cog and a difference on what the Falcons are going to be able to do offensively, of course. But Smitty, you always say it, and I gotta say it too. Kyle Pitts has got to step up. I need like the beginning of the season, Kyle Pitts, who was kind of like locked in on everything. I don't like lately. Kyle Pitts is kind of like, he's been having some drops and whatnot. And but I just need him to get back on point and get focused, because if no Drake London, he's going to be leaned on heavily, I think, in this game as well, especially with Kirk Cousins being able to throw across the middle, etc. What you got, Smitty?
Agreed, man. I agree with you 100%, but I'm gonna just say it, man. The Jets, even though they've traded away their two best players on defense, and Quentin Williams and Sauce Gardner, I still feel like they're going to bring it, man. You look at Sherwood still being in the middle of that defense, and he's going to be key, man. I think they're giving up like 194 yards in the air, so that's pretty good. So I feel like you got to get back to the basic and run the football like we've been saying. B. John Tyler, that two-headed monster. I mean, 137 yards last week. That was, the beginning of something good and, being consistent. So like you said, short, quick passes by Kirk Cousins, because they're not giving up many yards, passing. But let's see what Darnell Mooney can do for a second straight week. If he can do what he did last week, just one vertical catch, I think that's going to be key to keep the run game going. Kyle Pitts, 2 drops last week. Brother, you got to put some stickums on your hand or something. Trust me, this defense, Sherwood, he's a former safety, converted to a linebacker, so he can cover. So, I mean, that's one matchup you got to take advantage of. So, get back to running the football and, try to open up the middle of the field for the run game by passing the ball and stretching the field. Don't know if Drake London's going to play yet, but even if he doesn't, I still feel like that's going to be the biggest key to victory. But the Jets defense, what do you feel like they will bring toward the Falcons this week, Abe?
Oh, shoot. One thing for me is that they have Kirk Cousins. So, and I'm not trying to knock Kirk, but Kirk is not as mobile as, Penix wasn't as mobile as we thought he was either. So, so our offense is pretty much, I think we got to get Bijan to be the guy. Like, I think Bijan, because their defense is ranked 14th, we ranked 15. I didn't even know that we were so close. Like, we're ranked with the Raiders. I think 15th and 16th. I'm sorry, and the Raiders are like 14th. Right. Like, dude, that's bad. I'm sorry. We're getting a lot of sacks, and I think some of the things the last couple of weeks have been kind of shaken because of. Okay, we talking about offense. I apologize. Okay,
that's okay. That's okay. Go ahead.
It needs to. I'm starting to like Seals a lot, or Steals. I'm starting to like Steals more because when they put him in big, and I'm not trying to knock him, but they put him in big moments. He's a receiving tight end that can't catch right now, or can't make the play when we need him to. Like a couple of drops he had the last couple of weeks. I want to say to get him involved, but I can't be. He's not been reliable. And it's hard to say that because I've been cheering for this guy for the last 2-3 years, but you're going to have to find another way to get another, explosive guy. I knew Mooney was going to back. When Kirk came back, we knew for a fact it was going to be Mooney's guy. Regardless of whether Drake London plays or not, we know he's going to feed the ball to Mooney. Mooney was this guy last year. It was no ifs and buts about it. And but I really feel like if they can get a running game, because the last couple of weeks they've been giving up the run. Like, that's what keeps them in the game. And they don't create turnovers on the Jets defense. They only have like one turnover the whole year. So all we got to do is what we've been doing. Like I just keep thinking of that Pitts tip for an interception when, he could have. It's just like certain plays like that we cannot give them because when they had that turnover, they played well. Our special teams has really got to be well because the last game they won with the 2 returns is going to be big. We haven't really seen our, I guess, special teams really, and I say special teams just like defense or offense to me. So special teams is really going to have to play well because the Jets seem to be doing pretty good on their special team. But as an offense, man, it's got to be a mentality because I think the Jets defense and because Ulbrich was with the Jets last year, so he should know the players to we can go against this guy. He don't like this. This guy doesn't like it. McDonald don't like to be run at. And I would run the ball him every time. He like the ass. Run the ball his way. Just keep running to him. They don't have Williams anymore, so they don't really have that stout guy in the middle. Run like I wish we would run the power play more. Since we're doing the play action now, run a power play with like we got 25. Algiers was running his ass. He was doing his thing last week, man. He was running over folks. That was a game, and I hate to say it, but they were the Raiders, right? So we're playing the 14th and then the 15th. So we got the 14th team we just played. We pretty much managed pretty well against them. So we're going against the 15th now. Keep the same game plan. The Raiders don't have anything spectacular. Not the Raiders. The Jets don't have anything super spectacular. That they just send a lot of people. They try to confuse you. They send a lot of people, but it's the same thing. Get them in that one-on-one matchup because we have the better players. I'm just being honest. On offense, our players are better than their defensive players. We just gotta manage the game right.
Yeah, absolutely. Just and to add something to that, just on the offensive side, yes, Jeff Ulbrich was there, and that's another great thing because he has the knowledge and he has the insides and the outs about what those players like and don't like. So that's an excellent point. And also just third down, I believe is still going to be important in this game. The Falcons, they have been they're like 29th on third down right now, even though I know with Kurt and everything we were looking better, but still it's going to be important because the Jets defense, they've been getting off the field on third down, for the most part. And I feel like that's going to be key as also with that red zone. We need to keep that going as well. So we get down in the red zone, we got to punch in for 7 instead of selling for 3. Even though Zane Gonzalez, I love him and everything. He had 10 points, 10 of our 24 points last week. But at the same time, I don't want to always have to depend on the kicker. I want to punch it in for 6, get that touchdown, in the red zone and make sure that our offense can stay on the field on third down and then, of course, get off the field on defense.
Facts. But let's flip it the other way right quick. Let's go defense, offense. And again, Abe, he gave his thoughts. So let's start with the Falcon defense. Abe, what the Falcon defense got to do? And I know that front 7, I know you loving that being the edge rusher. I know you love what them young boys doing, but tell me what that Falcon defense got to do.
No, you just hit it on the head. Keep doing what they're doing. I mean, it's like we bend, but we don't break. So the big thing is you got Tyrod Taylor in there. I think he's going to be starting this week. Just send them dogs like you've been doing. Get their young guys in the game. Get everybody going in the same direction. Like we blessing 59, 60%, like 40% of the time. Like we blessing the second most in the league. Keep doing it. I mean, keep bringing the guys. Don't change anything you're doing. At one point, I wanted them to just get 2 guys that were coming off the edge, but now they got Floyd coming. They got AK coming. Like everybody is just the D tackles are leading in sacks. Come on, I'm like, duh. Right. You can't. We would never thought of that with the Falcons last year. Man, somebody had 2 sacks. We was happy. Like, shoot, they had 23 last year. We already got 23. So we got about 24, 25, 26. We up there now. We can
got
start
34. We up there.
We up there. Yeah. I'm saying that this is the kind of thing. Yeah, I talked to Ulbrich, and he was like, I'm bringing a little more pressure than I want to, but I really ain't got the 2 guys that I want yet. So I'm trying to find them 2 guys, and I'm looking like the rookies are doing good. They're putting up numbers. They lead. I guess they're number 1 and 2 when it comes to rookie with sacks. Like for me, I'm thinking like, that ain't really all that good. But then you say, oh Lord, they really are doing a lot. I'm like, they're doing a lot. So everything he's doing right. Hopefully Jesse Bates can become Jesse Bates again. I want to see him be more active. And I'm not talking about like, making tackles. I want to see him making plays. I want to see him creating turnovers and everything. I think he was like the fuel last year. I think Caden Ellis is more the fuel this year. Definitely having Diablo back showed a big difference in the defense, just from the mentality.
Boy.
Mentality of not having like playing the run. They played exceptionally well against the run. You know, I guess Kamara went out, but it's just that mentality. You can tell, and playing with that, and like him playing with that wrist thing on it's scary as hell. I did that my first year here in Atlanta, and I'll never do that again. I'm like, dude, that is the worst thing because it seemed like it'd be easy to play with, but you're so used to using that arm or trying to. It's tough. So for him to be out there playing with that club on, man, kudos to him. The Jets,
I remember that.
Yeah, the Jets offense. I think with Brees Hall, like I was on his side, but now I'm not. You know, he fumbled big plays last week. And I'm just being real. He fumbled like you kind of want to not be someplace, and I understand that, but you still got to focus on being a good player because if you do want to go someplace else, give them a reason. Or if you're going to stay there, give them a reason to keep you. You can't make a big turnover. Like they're playing Baltimore, the game was pretty good. Then he running, and then you fumble, and that's like maybe the second, third time he fumbled the season. I'm looking, but he fumbled when it's like necessary. It's like right there by
in the wrong time.
I see things like that, and I understand his mind is like, oh man, I don't really kind of like ready for a change. They ain't doing this. But if somebody's not giving you enough or not feeding you the ball enough, you got to take advantage of your opportunities and not make plays like. Tyrod Taylor, I don't think he's the guy, but I think the way our defensive line is going to come off, that they should have a multi-sack. This should be an easily multi-sack game. Like this should be one of the games. Just watching Johnson and watching McDonald and seeing who has the best rushers, I'll say we at this point. And I'm not saying that just to knock anybody, but I'm saying that, like you said, the sacks that we have now, we have the better. Like McDonald has. Like almost 10 sacks, I think. I don't know. Like,
they got 9.5, I think. Yeah, somewhere in there.
So he's up there doing good, whatever. But that's one guy. So I never understand how if you have good pass rushers that you give up sacks because like, I used to be mad as hell if if I'm my team if Tyson Clabo give up a sack, I'm mad because something I'm doing wrong. Like there ain't no way in hell if you're going against me, nobody else should beat you. Okay, I got to work him hard. Something I'm not doing right. So this should be one of these games. This should be one of these games. Both of these defenses have great pass rushers, as we call it. So we either going to see a lot of sacks or we ain't going to see a lot of sacks. But Ulbrich going to switch it up with him. He going to throw some more. He going to throw some more stuff at you. But I'm saying that we're going to really see if this offense. We're going to see how our defense. But I think that they shouldn't be able to match our defense if we come out and play like we did last week.
Facts. Let's read these super chats right quick. Ryan Price, thank you for the Christmas gift, my brother. He said, thanks, guys, for the show. Great to see John Abraham, man. Fans still love you, man.
Oh, yeah.
Our boy Craig stopping through, man. He's stopping through. He says, win or lose, I just need our players to come back healthy because we all know the bad juju on that field. We have enough injury problems on our own. Well, I've heard.
Yeah, we got some guys out, man.
Facts. But Chris, go ahead. What you got?
Well, as far as like defensively, like I really agree with everything Abe's saying. Of course, he knows firsthand on how to handle defenses and go after quarterbacks. But we got to rattle this guy, Tyrod Taylor. So he's kind of a mobile guy as well, similar to Justin Fields, but older. And he's more experienced, of course, but I still believe you can rattle his cage. You get after him with that pressure. It hurts not having Zach Harrison. I know he's on the IR. He possibly may be back as early as week 16, I believe. But that hurts not having him. But pleasant surprise and a guy that, I've been loving ever since he was in college, Brandon Dorless. He has been showing up and he has been wreaking havoc. So I expect that defensive line. I asked for Nate Ollie to have that defensive line humming against the Saints last week. He did, and he has been. The Falcons, 23 sacks in the last 4 games or so. So they've been humming and they've been getting after it. I expect them to still try to rattle the cage of Tyrod Taylor, forcing him into making mistakes. And then possibly, we can see guys checking into the Bates Motel or possibly Xavier Watts because he got him an interception, and he should have had 2. At the end of the day, he's still being that ball hawk that we drafted. So those guys, just keep it simple. Devon Diablo, like he's a tone setter, a difference maker, and you could tell when he was out of the lineup, like the Falcons, it seemed like had nobody there. Well, we had guys there, but it didn't seem like it. But now Devon Diablo is back in just one game, even with the club. You saw the difference, in it. And the Falcons, they were giving up like plus 12, plus 12.6 points per game without Devon Diablo alone. Nearly 30 points per game just without him. And it showed. So I'm glad that he's back. I said we do need to get healthy. Billy Bowman, that's a big loss again, unfortunately for him for his Achilles. But D. Alford, he's been capable. So I'm expecting them to continue to step up as well. AJ Terrell out there as well. So, and of course, our cornerstones, our bookends, Jalen Walker and James Pierce. Those two guys, man, I love them. Those are two guys you can build around. I expect those guys to want to get after it as well. Tyrod's are going to try to move around, but I think we got some guys that can move with them. Oh, and can't forget the showstopper, Mr. Caden Ellis. So, yeah, get after that quarterback, man. Rattle his cage.
Yeah, I ain't gonna add too much to it, man. I'm like y'all, make them one dimensional. You got to. If Terod, if he got to beat you, you got a good chance of winning. If you stop Breece Hall and make them one dimensional, make them pass the ball with the pass rush that we have, that's going to force turnover. Whether it's a forced fumble or whether it's an interception, I mean, it's going to be probably 2 to 3 turnovers this game. There's no reason the Falcons shouldn't win this game, but we've said that before. But look, like you said, Jermaine Johnson is just one guy. I feel like he will get pressures because he probably can line up on any side of the field. He might take advantage of line up where Wilkinson the false start king, and he might take advantage of that. But McDonald, look, this game should be over by halftime. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Keep it short and sweet. Should be over by halftime. But going forward, Abe, I'm gonna put it like this. With the way Jeff Ulbrich is calling defense and the way that they're responding, how do you feel? How should I say it? How do you feel that he can, grow off of this going forward? Because as I'm looking at the way the defense is just still going, how can he keep this up with, the offense fluttering?
Well, one thing you can't, I guess, on the defensive side of the ball, you can't worry about the offense. And that's the hardest thing that people don't understand. Like, they be like, oh, y'all got to do more because the offense doing this. You got to, stay in your room and don't try to worry about what they're doing. That's what a lot of times people be like, well, the offense ain't helping the defense, or the defense ain't helping the offense. That ain't our job. I mean, if they tell me I'm the cameraman, I'm taking the camera. They tell me I got audio, So as much as you want to help the offense, getting turnovers, we can do certain things, scoring touchdown, getting them long drives will help the defense. But if you do your job on offense, period blank, like if I do my job on defense, we're gonna get the ball back to the offense, whether it's 3 and out, or whether it's putting them in good situations. With the offense, we just need you to keep us off the field, and the defense want to keep them off the field. You know what I'm saying? So that's a hard question for me because as much as I played, I watch us play, but I always worried about what we were doing on our side. Right. If they fumbled the ball, we knew we had to be ready to go. So I can't really say for Aubrey, he needs to just stick what he's doing and don't try to overdo it. His playmakers definitely got to make plays. The DBs, I want the DBs to stand up a little more. We're getting a lot of sacks, and we can say because they got great coverage, but I would say more because they're bringing a lot of people compared to the coverage. And I'm not trying to knock anybody or, say anything bad like that, but I'm just being realistic, man. I know y'all like Alford and Hughes, but those guys, they need to step their game up, man. He played good. They played good against a depleted, Saints offense. I mean, they only got one guy that had 600 yards. Everybody else got 40 yards, 0 yards, 0 yards, 0 yards. So they didn't have a great they didn't have a great receiving core. So not saying the Jets, but they have a few receivers now that are making plays, like Michi and the other guy. I can't remember the other guy dropped off the balls the other day.
Mike Williams, yeah.
Yeah,
Mike
so
Williams.
they have receivers, so we need these guys to stand up in the back end because you think they only got 30, 34, 35. I think how many sacks they had if they were really we had those lockdown corners. Seeing 24 went down, I was kind of scared, but he came back. And, he's definitely our best corner. And with him and with Watt playing better, I think Tyrod is better than Shaw or what we saw last week. I think the Saints are not a team that we measure this game off of. So to say that we're going to be blowing them out at halftime, I can't say that. How they played against Baltimore until the second half, I'm kind of skeptical. But I'm like, I'm a Falcons fan, but I'm a Jets guy because of AG. So I'm gonna keep it real. I don't know if we stay consistent. If Kirk stays confident, if Kirk stays in his zone, we'll easily win this game. Yes, but if we have early mistakes, and if we don't get Bijan in the game, we don't get Algiers, we got to punch him in the mouth a little bit, and then get him a little shook. Because I can't say watching the Jets, once they get shook in the third and fourth quarter, game's pretty much over. They kind of deflate. Like beginning of the games, they be up. But once you start hitting them in the mouth and not saying it, nothing to do with you, AG. Love you, Aaron Glenn. But I'm saying you can see the team kind of like, just watch them. The first half, they be kicking ass. Then you'll see the second half, they kind of. So if we can manage the first half, the second half, I know we can win the game. If we manage the first half, don't give them any big plays, especially on special teams, because their special teams are playing well lately. I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, agreed. But let's get these super chats out the way right quick. Shout out to my boy Sean, man. Let's get it, GA. He said, my bros, Chris, John, you much love in the A, man. Wish I could jump on and pick your brain. Appreciate you everything you brought to the organization. Salute to you. Appreciate you, Sean, as always, my guy. Hewitt, and I'll make that happen, Sean. He come on next time. I got you. Hewitt said, Abe, what was your favorite play you made in a Falcon jersey? Mine was the strip sack touchdown against the Jags.
My favorite in the Falcons was probably the interception I got. That was my only interception. But I got so many good plays, man. And, you playing a game of football, sometimes like you don't have a favorite play. Just like the whole, come relate. But I just remember that play because I know if I didn't get tackled by Drew, we probably would have won that game. I was mad as shit about that. I was mad. That was my only interception, right? I tipped it, and I was so focused on catching the ball, I didn't think that he was going to try to tackle me. Like I wish I could go back in time and catch it, just stiff arm him, and then I could have scored a touchdown there because he wouldn't have caught me, or I would have flipped it back to Beerman. But that was probably my most memorable plays. But there's so many memorable stuff when it came to the Falcons. The only thing that hurts me is that we didn't get to the Super Bowl, and I always think about being in that game in Tampa with that fourth quarter with no point being in that game, man. It was the fourth quarter, and I still was in the game. I ended up getting a high ankle sprain. I couldn't play right in the whole playoffs. That was probably my most memorable moment. It's a bad moment, but, that's what I remember the most because it was like this close. And I knew I would have kicked ass in the playoffs, man. I waited my whole life for that situation, and they ended up getting hurt. That kind of hurt real bad. So that was like the memorable moment, really. But, that interception will always stick out for me because it was my only interception.
Ooh, boy, that's hard. That's hard. But let's switch on over to X Factors, man. Chris, what you got?
X Factors. Oh man, shoot. Honestly, I'm gonna go back with my same X Factor on the defensive end that I did last week. Going back with Nate Ollie, man, somebody again that I've been screaming about all year long. That it's just such a great signing. Bringing him over, just what he's been done around the league, played for different, coached different organization, but had those players all at a collective unit, all working together and having multiple guys having sack numbers. So I was so happy that we got him, and I believe that he is going to have this defensive line humming, even though it's missing a player or two. The rest of the guys, he's having them step up. And yeah, Jeff Ulbrich sitting that pressure, but Nate Ollie's also keeping these guys together as well. So Nate Ollie continue to have that front seven up to par, and let's see if we can get another turnover or two off the Jets' offense by rattling those cages again. So I'm going with Nate Ollie on the offensive end. I know last week I went Kirk Cousins, and everything went well. So I'm gonna go Zach Robinson just to make sure that he is staying on point and staying in alignment with Kirk Cousins and the offense and calling the right plays and keeping the offense on the field because we haven't been necessarily winning the time of possession lately. I want to get back to that. That means we're running the ball, and that means we're actually, pounding the Jets defense. So I want to continue to do that because we got 4 victory formations and 4 wins. Why not go for 5? So I'm going Zach Robinson, Nate Ollie.
Might as well. Abe, what you got, man? X factors, offense, defense.
For defense, give me the 2 rookies. 11-27, baby. That's what time it is. I got both of them. I think when they play well, when they get a sack, we tend to play better. Even though in Berlin we played the Colts, we didn't win that game, but we should have won that game. It was just like, some stuff at the end. Every time those guys, get a sack, get hits, whatever it seems like, it picks the defense up. Even though Ulbrich is the almighty, we don't need to tell him no X factor because he's going to do his thing. That's what I'm saying. When you that good, you don't got to bring your name up. You know you're good. Ulbrich, everybody loves him. He can walk anywhere in Atlanta right now. But I think those 2 rookies, man, like this game is going to be a big game for them to show up because you have 2 other defensive guys that we feel like, they have 11 and 9 over there. So you want to see what – I ain't even thought about that. They got 9-11 as they pass rusher. Hold on, man. That's
wow.
Oh, man. I ain't never thought about that.
Oh, man. That's cold.
That's cold. I ain't never thought about that. That's a bad combination. Also, but the X factor on offense, automatically for me, man, it's got to be Kirk. I just think he can't make any mistakes, man. You can't throw an interception, anything this week. This week has got to be the cleanest game possible because the Jets are what their record is 2-3,
2-9,
2-9, right? So if you like as a team, this is a game that this is a game that you gotta like just pick up and go with. Man. This should not be a game that we be nervous about. Like how we played the Saints, even though they didn't score a lot of points on offense, it looked like they did. That's what we need to see. We need to see like this game need to be like that. If y'all want to say y'all contributing and getting better, if Kirk want to say he's still a great quarterback, if Kirk want to like be somewhere next year or stay here, whatever's going on, if you want to solidify your job, you want to solidify that you're that guy, you want to talk all that stuff you did on Netflix about how this, and tell about all the business what's going on and stuff. If you're trying to win your fans back, if you're trying to win the A back, go your ass out there and beat this out of these months. This is what you got to do for the rest of the year. For the rest of the year, you cannot be the weakest link. You cannot throw no interceptions. You can't have no false, no fumbles. You can't have no missed calls. Kirk Cousins got to play lights out for the rest of the year, period. So he's my X factor for me.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Smitty.
I'm gonna take the easy road this week, man. I'm gonna say,
how are you?
I got to take the easy road this week, man. Bijan on offense, definitely, man. As I told y'all, they pretty good to get the pass, so still force the ball down the field until you open up the middle of the field, man. You got to. Bijan had 103 yards from scrimmage last week. We need to get it back to where he's about 150, where he usually is the first 5 games. So Bijan got to be that X factor on offense. Then when you look at the defensive side of the ball, I'm gonna go at the linebackers, man. The linebackers should eat this game, like Abe said. 11-27, he said.
11.
You know what time it is? I mean, you got to add Caden Ellis into that mix too, because he's one of those versatile guys. They gonna do a little bit of everything. So if he's added to that pass rush, Dorler's doing his thing as well. Roro, I mean, that front 7 is just a straight dog. Yeah, front 7 got to, they got to get pressure on Terod. And I think too, to be honest, if that happens, like I said, that's where the turnovers start, the fumbles, the interceptions. Like I said, 2 to 3 interceptions this game, and I think that's a key to a victory, man. So I'm gonna go Bijan on D. But I think Furball had a question, man. Super chat. Appreciate the donation. And I knew he was going to get to this, but he said his issue is he don't care if we beat the Jets and the Saints. What's your thoughts? Because I still think I want both of them gone. He's talking about Raheem versus Zach. And I don't trust them off-season wise. I don't have faith in any of them. The coaching situation is just, up in the air right now, Abe. And it's still, we still got about 6 games left. And it's probably too early to talk about it, but the coaching, what do they have to do better in order to get back into fan grade? Talk about it a little bit, what do you feel they have to do going forward?
Man, you
Coaches.
get rid of Raheem, you're gonna get rid of Obrick too. So
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But okay, I'm trying to say this as a broadcaster or as a somebody that just watching the game compared to, like, I like Raheem, I like AG. I want them to have as many years as I've seen some other coaches have with way less success, and give them an opportunity to build a team around them. Like AG getting rid of some certain players so he can have his own team. The loss of Penix, I just feel like if he it's just like Zach Robinson is. I said it last year about Lake, and I didn't want to talk about Lake, but we got rid of Lake, and you see Obrick come in and just show what this defense really can be. I know it's different players, but you show like what a defensive coordinator can do with it. So in my eyes, I don't think Zach Robinson makes enough decision making when it comes to this ain't working. You know what I mean? Like, this ain't working. He'll just keep doing the same things. We don't really get vanilla, but people already know. When you see Bijan can't get in a wide open lane to run, something ain't right. You know what I mean? Like, it has nothing. It's just because they know the plays. Like, somebody was telling me, why they doing this? How the defense know that? I said, they study take two. I said, defense studies take two. You got to understand that. And if you're being vanilla, if you're doing the same plays, or you're saying that Penix can't get under center better than dude, he's a quarterback. You're going to learn. Like, it's just certain stuff that I feel like if Zach Robinson was to really make changes, it might be a better offense for everyone. Like, sit down with Kirk. Sit down with Penix. If he's out right now, but sit down with your quarterbacks and ask them what plays do they like to do. Sit down with Bijan. What will make you great? Sit down with Algiers. Instead of just sitting in your room, okay, well, I know this work. I know it'll work. It worked when we was in Los Angeles. It'll work here. Two different people. Change. It's different quarterbacks.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's time. It's like, and I know, like, I don't want to get rid of Raheem, me personally, because I feel like another year behind the helm. I think the Panthers are just lucky this year. I don't see how the hell they keep beating us. They're not a good team. They just get in good moments. We should have won that game. I don't know what happened. I think when Penix went down, we ended up losing that game. The 30-0 game that we lost them, I felt it was a fluke anyway. I feel like we're a better team than what we showed. We played good against Buffalo. We played good against the Colts. We should have won that game. But then we just fall off. Then we just have a terrible thing. So I don't really think it's Raheem per se. It just seems like some of the players are good. Then when they get on the field, they're not. It's just like they'll look great one day, and then they come like. And I don't want to keep knocking.
It's a consistency thing.
Yeah. You got to think about it now. Mooney should have been doing this the whole effing year, but now he's trying to come back. Now he's got Kurt back, because now he's getting number one again. You know, like now he seems his body lanes change. He's jumping around, cheering. I saw him at the same thing. I'm like, dude, you should have been doing that all year. Like, even if you got one catch here, one catch there, you ain't see that. I used to talk about his body language when I watched the game. Like, he'll drop the ball, or the ball get over, so he walk with his head down. So it's a lot of things that I think is more than just the coach got going on. Sometimes the players got to stand up and make plays. They're if you think it's all probably like 10 plays. The last 4 games, besides, we won this one, but the last 4 games we lost by like 7 points. We lost by under 7 points every game. So it's not like we getting. This season could have been totally different. We win them 3 games. Nobody talking about Raheem leaving, and we didn't get whooped. It's not like people are walking around. We didn't get whooped. We just lost the games at the end. Right. All 3 of them games we lost. Then we just lost them at the end.
Yeah, it's about closing out the game, man. It's about closing out the game. That's all.
Winning the game within the game.
I agree 100%. And like I said, the Oklahoma State thing with Zach Robinson to me has been a distraction. That's just what I think. But at the same time, like you said, and it's funny that you said that, because Raheem actually said in the press conference that they went with certain things with Kurt, but I never heard him say that about Mike. So I feel like since you're doing it for Kurt, you got to do it for Mike. So while he's out, you get in the film room with him and, go over, how to progress and do things like that. I feel like if you do that while he's out recovering from that knee injury, I mean, when he comes back mentally, I feel like that'll put him back in the game. But as a quarterback, I know that's got to be tough because injuries are, a mental thing as well. But you got to find a way to fight through it. And this is why I feel like Kurt got to be there, for Mike too, while he's out, to help him mentally. Because I mean, that was a devastating injury, man. And we know about it. So we'll just see where it goes, man. But I just feel like, he's definitely got to do better. Boy, the X factor he thinks is going to be Jeff Albrecht. We're 12 weeks into the season. Your personnel, do what works, and don't try to be cute. Absolutely 200% agree. But
agreeing with that.
Before we do the
score prediction,
we got about 15 minutes left, and we're gonna let y'all throw some questions out there. And please be respectful when you ask questions. Please be respectful. We'll put them on the screen. So throw your questions out there, and we'll pick one. I see one right here. He answered this question a little bit earlier. Truth. He said, "What was your favorite sack to get on the Saints? Do you have one that stands out in your memory as far as sacks?" And he had 133, so that's a lot.
All right. I don't have anything like. I never was in a really truly big game that I thought of. Like, looking back, I know I sacked Drew here and there. I can see the video of it, but ain't nothing like. They went to the Super Bowl, won a Super Bowl. So everything I did was kind of like, last time, I think my last year here that we did win the NFC South. The South, whatever. We won the South, so that was kind of cool. We beat them, and that was cool. But like the sacks didn't really mean nothing at that time in my career. So when I came here, I just wanted to win a Super Bowl, man. So I just tried to do my job. Like even now, thinking about going back to the what we were talking about earlier. If I knew what I knew now, I would have stayed in some of them games that we were just beating the mess out of people, got some little trash sacks here and there, maybe caused a couple fumbles, got my numbers up a little higher. But, most of the time I was out of the game. I had people like Babineau. I had people that like Chauncey. I had Jamal Anderson. I had a lot of guys around me that I wanted them to get because I know, like, when they get sacks, when they get some stuff like that, they get the opportunity to get paid again. So that was my big thing. Like looking back now, I wish I would have been a little bit more, I guess, selfish, like in certain games. Like I knew I probably could have had a lot of sacks. I was like, it's okay. Y'all go ahead and go in the game. Third and fourth quarter, y'all go and get y'all stuff. So, but ain't nothing really sticks out about the Saints. I just know I don't like them. The rivalry, the rivalry runs deep in me. The rivalry runs deep.
I'm glad you said that. You played for the Jets. Is that worse than playing the Patriots?
I didn't really have when I played for the Jets, my biggest enemy was the Jets. That was my biggest rivalry. Every day trying to come to work, I was in there fighting every day, man. It was probably the biggest rivalry was Miami or either Buffalo. Like New England only got good like my second year in when Tom Brady took hold of it. That's when they started getting good. So they weren't really like they used to be like, oh, we playing the Patriots, we're gonna whoop them. But
right.
Tom, and I'm pretty sure Tom would not say if he was talking about like the AFC East, he wouldn't say the Jets were the people that he circled to be around. So I'm pretty sure we were not around. So they might try to make it up and make it seem that way, but trust me, nobody had the Patriots was nobody robbing when I was there because they were whooping everybody. It was no if and buts who was winning the AFC East every year. So somebody might lie and say, "Oh yeah, that's our rival." No, y'all, no.
I don't want that smoke.
Be a rival. Rivalry got to be competitive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Truth, appreciate the donation, my brother. Hewitt said, "Do you remember Welcome to the NFL moment?"
Yeah, Randy Thomas, and it was in practice, and probably Randy Thomas and Jumbo Elliott, but mine it didn't happen in the real game. I never
was
really
a big dude.
Yeah, I never really got surprised in a real game like that. I'm pretty sure I got some tape that probably looked bad, but we was in practice, and Randy was from Mississippi State, and we was running the power play. I knew he was coming, but as a rookie, you think you can make a certain play or do a certain thing. I knew it was a power play, but I was trying to make a play on Curtis Martin, and Curtis cut back, and Randy was pulling, and Randy was fast to be a guard. He was fast. He hit me. He knocked me about 10 yards off the ball, man. Like it started a fight because they were so mad. He knocked me out so bad. It was like, God damn, that's so crazy. Man.
Welcome to the NFL, kid.
Hey, John, your teammate cutting up, man.
You're
That's
right.
Mike Turner, man.
Yeah,
man. Hey, me and him, that's like, hey, let me tell you the biggest lie though. Me and him getting on the scale before practice.
Oh.
I'm like, Turner, what you weigh today? What you weigh today? He's like, man, go ahead, man.
Oh, man.
I mean, he'd be funny as hell. He's like, man, go ahead, man. You know, if you ever seen how he laugh, I'm like, what you weigh today, man? What you weigh? Go ahead. That was funny.
Yeah,
man.
Mike, man, I'm proud of you, though. Mike, I'm very proud of you, man. I love watching you and over. So I'm very proud of you. Hey, and a big shout out to him too. We talking about me doing the thing, but he be doing his thing too. I'm very proud of
him. Yeah, him and Overdue.
Yeah.
Love it,
on the show, man. But appreciate you, Burner, for the show. He always watching, man. So it's a funny thing. He don't even like that name, man. That's crazy. Dang. Would you ever consider coaching?
I guess if I could come in like temporarily and do things for them, I would. But having a full-time job, I can't. Like stuff that y'all don't see about me is that I don't sleep like I supposed to. Sometimes my memory ain't as quick as it used to be, and I'm sure they can understand that. But they want me to come in to coach terms and do certain things like that. Also, I have a child, like a young child, that I want to be in their lives, and being a full-time coach now would be so hard to still like see my kids as much as I want to. Once you get into this little routine of life, like real life, like you kind of start liking it. So I kind of like having real life. But a big enough check, I'll coach. If I coach my ass off though, I ain't gonna lie about that now. Smitty done froze up, huh?
Yeah, he almost froze up a little bit. StreamYard should be StreamYard, and then it also to Smitty's credit, it is storming. So
yeah.
Mike in the chat cutting up, man. He cutting up. Okay, I got one right now.
What they were saying about Penix?
Hold on 1 second.
I was trying to read the last one. I ain't got a chance to read the last.
Let me see. All right. What it said? Okay. Does it feel like Fort Fontenot hijacked the draft to get Penix when the coaches didn't want a quarterback? Just thinking out loud.
I don't know if he hijacked it. At the end of the day, that's his draft. He's the GM. You can't hijack something that you already own. I'm just being real. I'm keeping it very simple because I like Fontenot. If y'all look at the picks from the last 4 years, Penix just ended up being hurt. But you look at Bijan, if you look at the two guys we got this year, you look at what's the guard? Bergeron. His draft picks have been exceptionally well. Look at Diablo, look at Caden Ellis, look at Jesse Bates. So everybody talking all this shit, and I'm sorry for cursing. Everybody talking all this shit about Fontenot because of Penix, but y'all ain't looking at every other thing he did besides that. Like, come on, man. Like y'all tripping talking about this man ain't good at what he do. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like y'all talking about one thing with a quarterback that probably if he don't get injured will be a good quarterback. You can't control injuries. Like, yeah, it was straight up it's a dice roll. Everybody knows it's a dice roll when you pick any guy. We think people that picked my year they picked Courtney Brown, #1 overall.
Yep.
Courtney got hurt, didn't have a great career. There's so many guys that people have picked way higher. Look at Johnny Manziel. They thought Johnny Manziel, he went down and look at Baker Mayfield 6 years later. Like it wasn't like Baker came in balling. Like, so don't throw it all on Fontenot, man. Like,
well, hey! I rebuke that because Baker actually set the rookie record for touchdown pass.
He did.
He's playing good now. He had to go to a few teams first, though.
Yeah, true.
Don't expect great things. See, we got all flustered because these last two quarterbacks, Jaden and old boy Stroud, they had good years as rookie. Now we thinking, every rookie quarterback gonna come in balling. No, man, that's not how the league is. Look at all these old quarterbacks now that's balling now because they had to wait 6 or 7 years. Look,
right.
Like
Sam Darnold
is bad as hell now. They got
Sam
J.J.
Darnold.
McCarthy
Yeah.
instead of Sam Darnold. See all this stuff that they
Yeah.
doing. Y'all better pay attention to details. Baker Mayfield's great now, but he had to get. Even Jameis Winston was out there in New York Giants, like he was balling like he was great. Stop expecting these mugs to be great 1, 2, 3 years in. Like, give them some time.
It take time. Yeah, take time.
And coach.
2 years, they seen quarterbacks come as rookies and play well. They thought it was gonna be like, oh yeah, we just gonna. They come in, they gonna. Nah, man, that ain't NFL, man. Don't get it twisted, man. Even look at Peyton Manning's stats when he was younger, man. It wasn't all that great, man.
Oh boy, he led the league in interception his rookie year.
Y'all better start tripping these little young guys thinking that Fontenot made one. We might say that might have been a mistake only if he don't come back from this injury, right? Besides that, and Kyle Pitts, we gonna disown that pick. They ain't got nothing to do with Fontenot, so leave it alone, okay? Leave it alone, man. Everybody else though.
That wasn't his pick.
Oh man,
He been hitting good though. Fontenot been hitting good. Don't do my boy like that.
And then everybody has to grow as well. You know, Fontenot, I believe when he first came to be a GM, that was his first actual GM job. So you got to grow into everything as well. And I believe like the last few years of Fontenot has been good. And I do like Terry as well. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I do.
Facts. Last question. Do you think we have a chance to win the division? If so, or will it say Raheem's job? And like you said, you think Raheem coming back in the way.
Anyway.
But do you think we can catch up and win the division?
I said I hope we will. Don't say I said that. I said that's a wish now. That's one of those wishes. I got my little there's certain people I like. I wish, Hey, I wish me and Michael Turner would have played another year in Atlanta. That's what I wish. Like me and Mike got them calls. We were like, what?
We wish too.
One more year, kids, one more. So but I don't think we're gonna win the division. I think Carolina and Tampa, because we still ain't played Tampa. Like we gotta play Tampa, we should be able to beat the Saints again. But I don't know how I don't know what the team gonna look like. I like it's hard to because I don't know the team. Ask me after the Jets game. Let's see what we look like after the Jets game. If we make it past the Jets game, then let's start talking about winning the division and stuff like that. Y'all going a little too.
Well, I'm gonna stick to what I said before the season started. That Arizona game is a trap game, and I said that at the beginning of the season. They ain't won in Arizona since 1980. So
yeah, boy playing well too. Boy playing great ball.
Brissett, Brissett.
Great ball. We can't take stuff from Brissett. So it ain't no. That's what I'm saying. Let's see how we play against the Jets before we talk about winning the division. I said something on the Water Boy show like, what if Kirk win all these games? They played the Saints, y'all. Like I ain't trying to say we can't be happy for a win. We beat the Saints. It wasn't really no decisive win like it should have been. It looked good on paper. They looked like trash. So let's just bring it down. Take a win as a win. You know, I saw so many people talking, oh, Kirk, everybody talking about Kirk, now Kirk back, y'all Kirk. I'm like, y'all gotta
relax. Lord.
Y'all gotta relax now. We got some
one game
teams coming up late. We got some more good teams coming up. So let's just
Rams, Seahawks.
Rams.
Yeah, we can keep going.
Let's see what they do.
Now we can get to everybody's favorite part of the show. Get into these score predictions, man. Y'all know what to do. Drop them in the chat, man.
Drop them in the chat. Don't be bashful.
Chris, what you got?
Me? Oh man. Can I phone a friend? Let me see. No, but for real, let me see that. You know what? I think the offense did look better under Kirk. Right there. Of course, we have already gone over why that has been that before this show. So, but I'm gonna go with 23-16 Falcons.
That's a good one. Mike said the Jets don't count. And Hugo said, did y'all forget we lost 5 in a row?
We did.
We on a 1-game winning streak, fool.
Yeah. So we don't even know what that is.
Hey, you're only good as your last win, right?
Oh goodness.
Hey, what's your prediction for the game, man? What score you got?
What do you think I should say? Hey, don't say it. I don't know. We don't know. Hey, I'm hoping to be a tie. Let's get that. Will a tie kill our
a tie would destroy us? A tie would kill us.
Well, let's say
a tie is a loss. A tie is a loss.
No. Let's give us, because this is tough for me because I don't know what team is going to show up for either team. Like these teams have not been consistent the whole year, and I'm not trying to knock them in that, but I don't know who to pick. So I'm gonna go with the Falcons, but they're going to be away and outside, so I'm not sure if those conditions are going to mess with their heads and everything. But let me get just because we on the Falcons podcast.
No. Be you.
Yeah, that's what we want.
No, I don't. Yeah. Listen, I don't know. That's why I wore neutral colors today. I don't know.
Look, same thing.
Give me 21, 10, Falcons. 21, 24, the Falcons. I think they're gonna play well, hopefully.
Yeah. And like I said, man, I think they're gonna force turnover this game. Mike said 30-13. I'm about in that ballpark. I see it 27-10. That's gonna be my score because I feel like this is a game Bijan can just take over. And like you said against the Saints, they really didn't blow them out like they should have. But if they force the turnover this game and shorten the field, I feel like they can blow the Jets out. But we know Aaron Glenn gonna have these boys playing. We know it. But this is one of your biggest fans right here. This is my home girl, my sister, one of your biggest fans.
Facts.
And trust me, she one of your biggest fans.
Yeah, she
our boy Sean said, you're absolutely right, John. Terry has made outstanding roster moves over the years, but at the end of the day, the NFL is a result-based business. 5 years in, no playoff appearances. He said just the facts. So, hey.
I ain't gonna say
that's what we're just sticking with, just the facts.
You right. You said what you said, you was right.
Let's get some of these scores in right quick. Chris, you moved the screen, did you?
Me? Nah, I ain't touched nothing.
Yeah, you did.
I must have did.
You had said 33-13.
Yep. Got them score.
Craig said 13-6 because there's a chance of rain.
It's interesting.
DGS say 23-13. And Bird Call 23-17. Mark Chaney 30-10. The Truth said 28-14. He really think just gonna score 14?
Hey man, I said 16. I mean, I'm thinking a couple field goals maybe.
No. Wait, I had to zoom in. Look at her. See, she acting up. I can't take her nowhere.
No, you in trouble. You in trouble now. And the crazy thing about it is, I remember the last time. Never mind, I ain't gonna get you in more trouble.
No, don't get in no more trouble. But yeah, man, don't get in no more trouble. But John, you got a shout out before you get out of here, man.
Oh no, man. Well, shout out to Mike T. It was good to hear from you, bro. Always good to hear from you. Good to hear from y'all too. A1 Smitty. Always good to see y'all face again. You know, I always running the Smitty preseason. I had a game something. I ain't really seen you that much this year. Doing your little thug thizzle, man, getting healthy and shit. Love to hear that.
Hey, I got to, man. I got to stay healthy.
Big shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all for keeping this up, and shout out to all the Falcons fans, man. You know, I still believe in y'all, man, and I'm just sorry for y'all this year though, because I learned how to disconnect because I played, so I know like how to turn it on and off. But y'all, being in Berlin, shout out to everybody who came to Berlin too, because y'all represented, man. Like y'all don't be coming to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, but y'all was at in Berlin. I give y'all some shouts to that. Hey, I'm gonna give y'all a shout out for that. Now. Y'all might not show up to that Berlin, but y'all was in Berlin and we had a great time. So shout out to them, man.
Hey man, that's how it be, man. And that trip is expensive, trust me, cause I know. But I mean, sometimes it just be like sometimes a good vacation is just something to do. at the end of the day. But
I heard that experience was to live for sure.
Hey man, look, I got experience it before, before the time run out. But look, it can happen. But hey man, as always, man, we want to thank you for coming through, man, always supporting us, because we truly appreciate it. And again, man, we see you doing your thing, in the media. And look, we hope to be seeing you on a regular basis in the media. And you can say, hey, our boy Abe made it. And we can also say, man, look, we can see him in the Hall of Fame, and I'm gonna buy a ticket to Canton to be there, sit front row.
Same.
Here, I introduce you into the Hall of Fame.
I'll be 73 and a half years old.
and guess what? We're gonna be out there looking like life. Got that together.
Hey, and I'm gonna be in my wheelchair sitting front row.
Yep, I'm talking about for real. We'll be out there.
Oh man,
Smitty, keep your toes at the bottom. That's all I got to say.
Hey man, y'all got to act up like that, man. But again, man, we appreciate you coming through, spending some time with us, man. Always great talking to you, man. Talking to you off, off the camera, man. Can't thank you enough, my guy. But again, we want to thank John for coming through. Chris, you know what to do, man. Tell everybody where to find you.
Hey man, A1 Forever Sports, that's the platform on YouTube, man. Come over, like, comment, and subscribe. Be a part of the A1 family. Make sure you be generational, because there's always time to be, and you ain't got to settle for less, because you always can have more with the vision. And it is 9:10 on a Tuesday night. We're getting ready to give your Tuesday back, but make sure you find your peace today, because positive energy always creates elevation, and that's how you find your peace. And man, we're going to make sure that we find our peace, and hopefully the Falcons can elevate on Sunday for their second win in a row. And, so it'll be great. And moving forward, just, stay consistent and try to move forward, because we got a tough stretch coming up. So y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, as well as it's also the lifeline to, our streams as well. So make sure you're hitting that like on A1 Forever, and of course on Smitty Sports Machine. And we always appreciate everybody in the chat, because without y'all, we can't do this show. John, as always, appreciate you for taking out time out your day, for always, coming on and giving your knowledge and just how you feel about the game and everything. So we really appreciate you as well. Double salute to everybody, man. That's what I got to say, and that's how I feel.
Facts. Y'all know where to catch me, man. Smitty Sports Machine on YouTube. Also catch me on Twitter at FatBoySlim_21, because I'm always on Twitter blowing that thing up, man, with crazy thoughts. Shout out to Mike Turner for coming through and supporting the show as always, man. Great guy, man. I'm telling you, Mike, we got to have you on the show, man, because I got to understand why you don't like that name, man. That is a cool name, the Burner, man. And they gave it to you for a reason. And look, she's still cutting up. She said, "Nah, I got to report to the office, man. Come on."
Oh, immediately.
That's messed up. But again, man, thank y'all for tuning in, man. Great show. Thank y'all in the chat. Thank y'all for the donation, man. We're gonna roll on out of here, and we'll give y'all night back. I will keep updating y'all on the latest Falcon news, as with Chris. And as for John, Chris, and me, we're gonna holler at y'all soon, man. Peace.